We have come to the so-called equator of favorites of judo weight categories at the Olympic Games. Today we will talk about the category up to 81 kilograms. This is one of the most competitive, interesting and dangerous weight categories in modern judo. The category of real titans. A category where everyone can lose to everyone. Well, let us take a look at who is the favorite at the Olympics in this very interesting and competitive weight. We're going to start this video, and it opens, of course, the reigning Olympic champion in the category up to 81 kilograms. His name is Takanori Nagasi. He is from Japan. Takanori Nagasi is now 30 years old. He is in pretty good shape for these games. In his career, he does not often fight in international tournaments, and he does not often win awards from there. But nevertheless, he is a world champion, twice Olympic medalist. Recall that in Rio in 2016, Takanori Nagasi won a bronze medal. Then 5 years later, Takanori Nagasi won a gold medal in Tokyo at the home Olympics. Nagasi is one of the best judoka of our time in this weight class. His style, his wrestling is truly traditional for Japanese judo. He fights to the right side. He is good at takedowns. You could say he is the king of the Eshiwaza technique. He has good Eshi-Guruma technique. He's a Guruma technique. He is good at Osotogari throws. I think Takanori Nagasi will definitely be on the podium. This is his third Olympic Games and he is a judo legend. And if Takanori Nagasi wins gold, it will be a really beautiful story for such an already great, titled, and experienced athlete. We're moving on. And the next judoka is Maias Cass, the representative of Belgium. He is 27 years old. He is also one of the leaders of this weight category. World champion, 3 times vice world champion, twice winner of Masters tournaments. And of course in Tokyo 3 years ago, Maias Cass won a bronze medal from the Olympic Games. Maias Cass is an excellent judoka with very strong endurance. He is probably in the top 5 judokas regardless of weight categories in terms of endurance. He breathes like he has 2 or even 3 hearts. Very often his matches go to the golden score. Often enough he beats his Shido opponents. He has a balance between stand-up and parter. He fights well and almost always works in the parter. It is a hold, painful holds. From the stand-up he likes to throw over the back, and tomonage, throw over the head. And also sometimes we can see him doing underhooks like he did at the World Championships in Doha and at the Paris Grand Slam finals this year. He won the gold medal at this year's Paris Grand Slam. Then there was the Tashkent Grand Slam, where he also won a gold medal. And finally the World Championship, which was held in Abu Dhabi. He won the first bout by Shido and lost the second by Shida. And the next tournament for Maias Cass is of course the Olympic Games in Paris. I wish him good luck. He is actually a very good athlete. I like his wrestling, and I like him as a person. He is a real athlete, a professional of his work, and one of the leaders of this weight class, who has very serious achievements in his career. Maias Cass has made it to the finals of the World Championships 4 times in a row since 2019. By the way, in the bout for bronze in Tokyo at the Olympics, he defeated his avid rival Toto Gelish, who we will now talk about. Toto Gelish is a world champion, I would say 3-time world champion, vice world champion, and the 5th place winner of the Tokyo Olympics. As I mentioned earlier, in the bout for bronze, Toto Gelish lost to Maias Cass. But 3 world titles is no joke. It is a real fantasy. He is only 24 years old, and Toto Gelish already has huge achievements behind him. In addition to the 3 gold medals won at the World Championships, we would like to mention his victories at the European Championships. Since 2020 he is constantly on the podium. In 2023 he reached the final, where he lost. This year we again saw Toto Gelish in first place at the European Championships. And of course the victory at the World Championships in Abu Dhabi, he passed all the opponents, showed a good fight, good endurance and tactical preparation. At the World Championships, he had his first bouts before the semi-finals with very serious opponents. Despite this, he confidently coped with his task and defeated his opponents. And of course, I see him as one of the favorites to win a medal, any medal at the Olympic Games in Paris. Before the Olympics in Tokyo, many people attributed him a 100% gold medal, but now you can't do that. We saw what happened in Tokyo, a very disappointing and bitter defeat for Toto Gelish. Now you have to make a conclusion, dip in a cold bath, and perform with dignity and do what he can do best. It is going to be very difficult. We will have to fight again with both Maias Cass and Takanori Nagasi, but I wish this guy a gold medal. He deserves it. At the age of 24, if he becomes a 3-time world champion and an Olympic champion, it will be a real story. And a small country like Georgia will once again break all records. Moving on. The next judoka is the rising star of Korean judo, Jun Juan Lee. He is only 22 years old and he is already a two-time world championship medalist, and in a row at that. In Doha in 2023 and now in Abu Dhabi in 2024, he reached the semifinals of the World Championships, where he lost to Toto Gelish. It is apparently too early for him to fight an athlete like Toto Gelish, but in fact he has beaten him before. 2 years in a row we see Jun Juan Lee with a bronze medal from the World Championships. He is a very good athlete and a technical athlete. Last year Jun Juan Lee reached the finals of the Asian Games in Hangzhou, China and won a silver medal. As I said before, Jun Juan Lee is 22 years old. He is a fairly young technical athlete with a cool mind. He is ranked number 3 in the world rankings at this weight, which means he is pretty well established, appeared on the radar of our world judo. He can boast victories over many experienced and strong opponents, such as Takanori Nagasi and Toto Gelish. Well, it will be a good history if such a young athlete will win a medal at the Olympic Games. Jun Juan Lee is basically the leader of the Korean national team now after the departure of Changrim. There is another top judoka who can bring good results for his country. We go further, and another favorite in the weight category up to 81 kilograms. His name is Zelalem Skv. The representative of Azerbaijan is 25 years old. Azerbaijan has quite a young team now, and it is nice to see it. Young people are given chances. And Zelalem Skv is another favorite from the Azerbaijani team in our cycle of favorites for the Olympics in Paris. Zelalem Skv is a silver medalist at the Paris Grand Slam. There he lost this year to Maias Cass. Zelalem Skv won the Baku Grand Slam in 2024. He fought at the European Championships in Zagreb. There he lost in the first bout. Also Zelalem Skv wrestled at the World Championship, where he also lost in the first bout. For Zelalem Skv it will be the first Olympic Games. It is an exciting moment. He has won the competition, shows a good fight, good throws. In his career he has won twice Grand Slam tournaments, has 2 gold medals, 1 silver and 2 bronze awards. And in his career from Grand Prix tournaments, Zelalem Skv, by the way, has never won an award. So I think we can even call him a dark horse for these Olympic Games. You can't underestimate him and write him off. The guy shows really quite good judo. Moving on. Another favorite in this video. His name is Vedel Beak. He is an experienced athlete. He is 31 years old and this is his second Olympic Games. He represents the Turkish national team. He has won a lot of things in his career, became 3rd at the World Championships in Baku in 2018, won the European Championship in 2023 when he defeated Toto Gelish in the final. He also became the European Judo Champion in 2021, which was held in Lisbon, Portugal. In the current year 2024, Vedel Beak won the bronze medal from the European Championship. Vedel Beak fights often and is a top 8 ranked athlete. It will be interesting to watch him fight. He shows very good throws. His strengths are his hip tosses. I think with a career like his and the experience he has had, with so many fights he has had, he deserves a medal. But whether he will win it will depend on the fight and time, we'll find out soon enough. And the last favorite in our video is Samson McMiev. He is only 25 years old. In his career, he has won 1 Grand Slam tournament. He has won 1 Grand Prix tournament. And this year, finally, Tajikistan has a World Championship trophy. Samson McMiev brought it. He won bronze at the World Championships in Abu Dhabi. Samson McMiev had a hard way to the bronze medal bout. He passed many notable opponents. Then there was a consolation bout, which he won brightly. In the bronze final against Georgian judoka, he threw him 2, earned a mark and won. Of course, Samson McMiev is in the top 8 and I can't pass by without mentioning him. Samson McMiev can also be called another dark horse of this weight class. They were the favorites in the under 81 kilograms category for the Paris Olympics, in a weight category that is very interesting and very competitive. Write your opinion in the comments, rate, share the video with your friends.